Martin Gillespie from Skerryvore. Welcome to Australian Musician.
Hello, good to be here.
You're in Australia in less than 2 weeks. How many times have you been here before?
Just once back in 2019, we came out to do Cabargo and Port Fairy, and we done a couple of venues. All went really well. Like, it was all very exciting, and the plan was to then come back in 2020 or 21, but obviously there was a pandemic in the way of this, so this is just getting back now. So it's taken us a good 5 years, but we're really excited to come back and
Yeah.
play some music and
What
see a bit more of us.
what were your impressions of the Port Fairy Folk Festival?
Oh, amazing! The whole tour, even Cabargo, it was great. I think just how we're perceived and the reception we got was incredible for the first time. So we're very excited.
Going way back, did you have the stereotypical Celtic childhood? Was there music around you growing up?
Yeah, very much so. Myself and my brother Dan, who's the accordion player, we were both grew up on the island of Tiree, which is in the Inner Hebrides, the most westerly of Inner Hebrides of Scotland. So it's only a small island, about 14 miles long, and about 600 people live in it. But we're kind of brought up steeped in Gaelic culture and music as small kids. So we've always been involved. Our mum was a music teacher in the school, and so very much a music and sport orientated background as kids.
Yeah. Were you into traditional music, or did Scottish contemporary music come into your life at a young age too?
Yeah, it was all very traditional music. So sort of Gaelic song, bagpipes, accordions, fiddles, whistles. It was all very traditional, even more so than just your mainstream pop and stuff like that. But it was all very traditional. So it was great.
Yeah. The band's named after a lighthouse. Why was the lighthouse so significant that it deserved to have a band named after it?
Well, you can actually see a lighthouse from the west coast of Tiree, the area I'm from. You can actually see it from the shoreline. It's one of the biggest lighthouses in Europe. It's built on the Skerryvore rock, basically, which is a big reef that they built a lighthouse on. It's quite a treacherous rock. We've actually been out to it a few times. Some incredible bit of architecture. I always recommend if anybody goes to Tiree. There's a couple of lads that do sea tours that would take folk out to see it, and it's an absolutely incredible piece of work and architecture they managed to build out in the middle of the ocean in days where they didn't have all the machinery that they do now to do these things. So, but we thought we're kind of gigging, four of us as a band, and we needed a name. We were about to release an album and still didn't have a proper name, so we kind of came to the conclusion that Skerryvore was the best option. So.
Yeah. How did you arrive at the decision that you needed 8 musicians to make the sound that you wanted to make?
Oh, we wish we didn't now. It's an expensive band to tour. It just kind of happened. Like the whole sort of progress of Skerryvore kind of happened pretty naturally. There was nothing forced. I mean, when we set off, we had no ideas of being a band. I certainly had no idea of being a full-time musician. So it's just one of these things that's sort of grown, and we've met some other guys at university and on the road. And I think the sound, we never really had a idea of what the sound was going to be. It's just kind of been a progression of what all our influences are, and it's kind of came to our own sort of unique sound. So we've kind of added things in, thinking, oh, that would be great to have piano added in, and extra pipes and stuff like that. So that's kind of how we've come to end up with 8 members, but there'll be no more than 8. We've all made that decision. So
So you mainly play the bagpipes in the band?
yeah, bagpipes, whistles, and accordion. I actually studied accordion at university, but because my older brother's in the band, he got to play the accordion first, so I got lumped with the pipes. Um,
How many sets of pipes do you own?
I do have two, but my second set I've actually given to my nephew, my brother's wee boy, because he's learning pipes now. So I think he'll be taking over from me soon. He's very good. So I've got 2 sets. Yeah.
Yeah. Are the bagpipes, are they trustworthy? Can they let you down on stage?
Oh, yeah, well, they're temperamental. Like we've got ours set up pretty good now, but like they're just with them being the kind of instrument they are. You've obviously got your chanter, which is where the main volume comes from. That's a cane reed, and then you've got 3 drones, which are all synthetic reeds. You got sheepskin bags, so like humidity, temperature, they can all affect it quite greatly. So I'd imagine when they first arrive in Sydney, there'll probably be a slight change to the sound and just the thinness of them, just with the sort of change in temperature and humidity and stuff. So they can be quite temperamental. Luckily, we've not had too many catastrophic moments, but Aye, it's like these things can happen. It's kind of similar, like, a guitar can snap a string mid
Yeah.
song and stuff like that. But I suppose the pipes, it can, with them being such a powerful instrument, if the reed goes around like that, then it's very obvious
Yeah.
something's gone down. So
Yeah. The most famous use of bagpipes in Australian music is AC/DC.
yeah, yeah,
Using them on "It's a Long Way to the Top" if you want to rock and roll. Do you recall hearing that song for the first time?
yeah, incredible, incredible. You still hear it all the time here. It's like you still hear loads of AC/DC. It's great. And
Yeah.
you think like even pipes with Australia, you think of John Farnham and the Voice song as well with the pipes he had, and that's amazing, absolutely incredible. Isn't that an amazing song?
Yeah. Tempest is the band's current album, released in 2023. Uh,
Yeah.
where did you record that and over what period of time?
Well, I actually started doing it. The first couple of songs came together during the pandemic. Alec had written a couple. We actually recorded a couple of Scott, the other pipe in the band. He's actually got his own studio at this point. In his house. He's now got an independent studio in Glasgow. But Alex the singer set up in his own house as well, a studio, so we could record during the pandemic. Actually, as much as it was a disaster not being able to tour and stuff, we actually learned new skills and been able to record at home and stuff like that. So the first couple of songs from Tempest were actually done all in our houses, and sort of sent each other and added bits in and stuff like that. So but once we got out the pandemic, we then went into Scottish studio and finished recording it all, and turned out to be our first #1 album in Scotland. So we're pretty excited and delighted that I kind of got that far. So
Yeah. Production-wise, it probably has more rock elements to it than previous records.
yeah,
Is that a conscious thing?
maybe not so much. It's not deliberate. It's probably just more how the material goes as well. Probably just suited it a wee bit more. I mean, we're just actually in the middle of recording another album just now, and it's got a slight different kind of twist again. So I think you kind of go with probably how the material is, and also what's the feeling and what's in at the moment as well, and how kind of music's, or certainly in the trance or chaotic scene, how it's evolving at a particular time as well. So it influences it, and also just what's mainstream at the moment and what's popular kind of influences what we're doing as well. So.
Yeah. Do you find that songs develop the more you play them live?
Yeah, 100%. Just before, somebody was just doing a demo, and then it was all getting recorded, and you weren't really playing it until we got on stage, and then we've discovered that this needs to change or that needs to change, so it's kind of evolved the more we played it live. So kind of this album, we're kind of preempting all playing it together in the studio first, and kind of going around it, spending like half a day or a day, like going around it all to make sure we've kind of got it right. But listen, we'll probably record it when it comes to doing it live, actually at festivals and stuff. We might change it again. So I think it always evolving. I think as long as you've got a good, solid structure to begin with, and these things have got room to evolve, and depending on the circumstance, you can change them slightly. So.
Yeah. So where are you at with the next recording?
We're probably about 3/4 through it, to be honest. At the moment, we've spent up until last week, we've been in most of January, a good few weeks in December. So Scott's actually, he's created an amazing studio in Glasgow, Assumption, and it's a great atmosphere to be in. It's very chilled and relaxed. So we've been working with quite a famous musicians, been coming in from a big band in 1975 to work with us on this album. So it's quite exciting. It's kind of new territory for us. We're kind of learning a lot as well, which I think it's a great thing with music. You never stop learning. Like every project's different, and if you get other people involved, you're learning so much from them and taking aspects of their knowledge and expertise, and hopefully we can create something better again. That's the thing. You're always just trying to create something new and something that's better than the last project, and hopefully something the fans will enjoy, and bring more fans to the table as well.
In May this year, you're playing your 20th anniversary show at Floors Castle. How did that castle show come about?
Basically, we've been here 20 years. We've done it in 10 years. We decided to book the famous shinty park in Scotland up the Oban called Mossfield. And at that point, we just thought, well, maybe do a couple of thousand people and put her on our own one-day festival. We ended up doing 6,000 tickets. So that then turned into Oban Live, which is a festival we ran for 4 or 5 years. And then in 2020, it was our 15-year anniversary, and we'd booked Inverary Castle and we sold a lot of tickets, but obviously the pandemic cancelled, kiboshed that. So for 2020, we wanted to do something special. So we actually came across Floors Castle, which is down in the borders in Scotland. It's an amazing location, amazing castle. They've had a lot of big acts there already playing, so it's kind of event ready. So we thought we'd take another punt to do the castle, and we've got a lot of international fall. I think there's folk coming from 20 different countries already coming over to the show. So we're about 5,000 tickets already. So we're very excited about it. What a great way to sort of celebrate 20 years as a band.
Yeah. Will you be filming that show?
I think it's on the cards anyway, and I think there's maybe a chance if we don't do it ourselves. I think there's a chance that my TV might jump at the chance to take it. Hopefully, so.
So, what are you looking forward to most about the upcoming Australian tour?
So again, sorry, I missed that.
What are you looking forward to most about the Australian tour?
I think just getting back. I like personally, I absolutely loved being in Australia the last time. Just the sort of way of life and the people, and I've got family out there as well. So I think it'll be great just to go out and certainly see Cabargo. We thoroughly enjoyed playing that in Port Fairy last time, and then obviously we've got a lot of different venues. And amongst all this time, and see a bit more of the country. So yeah, just excited. It's a nice sunshine as well. It's quite cold in Scotland, so we'll get that. But certainly just looking forward to getting out and seeing it all again, and visiting new areas, playing the festivals, playing the venues, and meeting some lovely people, no doubt. So.
Yeah. Well, Martin, it's been great to catch up, and we look forward to seeing you down here very soon.
Magic, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be coming out.